Hello my friends. Beeswax is one of the best waterproofing items that I know of, and I'm going to use it to waterproof cord and thread, and I'm going to do this for sewing outdoor equipment. So what I'm using is an old crock pot that I have beeswax in, and I have here a heavy cotton cord that I'm going to use as a sewing thread. And what I'm going to do is submerge this into the beeswax and let it soak. And I want to leave it in long enough that it will saturate all the way through to the core. Now beeswax has been used for waxing like bowstrings. With something like that, you just rub a block of beeswax on the string. It's not saturating inside the material. This method, it's soaking all the way in. Now I like to use natural material rather than any of the synthetics. This will saturate or soak all the way through the individual core. What I'm also going to saturate is I have some really tough hemp cord, and this is also natural material. The pot's not large enough to consume, so we'll do one side at a time. Here I'm using a skewer stick to manipulate the spool of thread, and beeswax melts at about 145 degrees Fahrenheit, so that's pretty warm. So as that's dripping, I'm going to insert the hemp line, and because this is a spool, I'll insert it that way, then keep rolling it. Making sure that the wax gets inside the core of the spool. And letting it set will allow it to soak deep through the fiber, so it'll soak all the way in. I found this to be the most effective way of saturating a cord or thread. Now I used about 6 ounces of beeswax, and that's a pretty good sized block, and I'm saturating 3 spools, and this spool here is pretty solid, and you can see right here what I'm doing is moving it around, rotating it to pick up beeswax. Now these 3 spools have absorbed almost all of the wax that was in there, so it's super saturated through with the wax. So this is going to make a really good water resist cord. Here's the threads and cords, and totally saturated. This one's still warm, and here's the hemp. Okay, the hemp is pretty close to the same diameter, maybe a little bit larger than the final or the thinner cotton cord, but the strength of this is amazing. Let me snap a couple of them. Here's the cotton thread. It's a heavy thread, but you can see here it's going to be very waterproof, but it snaps pretty easy, and super saturated. It's like a ball of wax right there. Okay, the heavier cord, this is pretty thick cotton. Snaps little tougher, still snaps pretty easy. And again, you can see it's like a ball of wax. Now this is the hemp. And right here, you can hear the sound difference too. This one, that's a tough one. That's the one I'm going to use for my stitching. Well, thanks for watching, my friends. Hope this helped. Bye-bye.